Imagine walking into a bar with your friends, having a good time, and then you're never seen again. No trace, no body, no evidence, just gone. This is the haunting reality of Brian Shaffer, a medical student who disappeared in front of security cameras, yet somehow vanished without a trace. This case has baffled investigators for nearly 2 decades. Today, we're diving deep into one of America's most perplexing missing person cases. On March 31st, 2006, Brian Shaffer was a 27-year-old second-year medical student at Ohio State University. He was smart, popular, and had his whole life ahead of him. Brian had recently lost his mother to cancer, and he was dealing with that grief while maintaining his demanding studies. That night, Brian decided to go out with his friend William Florence, known as Clint. They were bar hopping in Columbus, Ohio, celebrating the upcoming spring break. Brian had plans to vacation in Miami with his girlfriend, Alexis, just days later. Their final stop was the Ugly Tuna Saloona, a bar located on the second floor of a building near campus. It was a popular college hangout, busy and loud, the perfect place to forget your troubles for a night. Security cameras captured Brian entering the bar at 1:15 a.m. He was seen talking to two women briefly, appearing relaxed and in good spirits. At 1:55 a.m., cameras caught him again, this time talking on his cell phone near the bar's entrance. And then, nothing. Brian Shaffer was never seen again. Here's where this case becomes truly bizarre. The Ugly Tuna Saloona had only one public entrance and exit. That entrance was covered by security cameras. Investigators reviewed every second of footage from that night. They saw Brian enter. They saw hundreds of other people come and go, but they never saw Brian leave. Police searched the entire building top to bottom. They checked every room, every closet, every possible hiding spot. Nothing. They searched nearby construction sites, thinking maybe he fell or had an accident. Still nothing. Brian's girlfriend Alexis and his father Randy were devastated. They launched massive search efforts, posting flyers, organizing volunteer searches, and pleading for information. Randy Shaffer spent years searching for his son, never giving up hope until his own death in 2008. The investigation revealed some interesting details. Brian's credit cards and bank accounts were never used after that night. His cell phone was never used again. There was no activity whatsoever that would indicate he was alive. Clint, Brian's friend who was with him that night, reported that they got separated in the bar around closing time. He assumed Brian had left and went home himself. Later, Clint refused to take a polygraph test, which some found suspicious, though he was never named as a suspect. Investigators considered several theories. Could Brian have been suffering from depression after his mother's death and voluntarily disappeared? Could he have been a victim of foul play? Was there a secret exit from the bar that wasn't monitored? One theory suggested that Brian might have left through a construction area connected to the building. However, extensive searches of that area revealed nothing. Another theory proposed that he could have left in disguise or hidden among a group of people, but cameras showed no evidence of this. The case took strange turns over the years. In 2008, a private investigator claimed to have received tips that Brian was alive and living in another state. These leads went nowhere. In 2020, human remains were found in Ohio, raising hopes for closure, but DNA testing ruled out Brian. Today, Brian Shaffer remains missing. His case is still open with the Columbus Police Department. Despite thousands of tips over the years, no substantial evidence has emerged to explain what happened that night. The most popular theories include Theory 1. Brian left through an unmonitored exit, possibly a service entrance or through the construction area, and met with foul play outside. Perhaps he was disoriented, wandered off, and had a fatal accident. Theory 2. Something happened inside the bar itself. Perhaps he got into an altercation and someone concealed what happened, but this seems unlikely given the number of witnesses present. Theory 3. Brian voluntarily disappeared. Some believe the stress of medical school and grief over his mother's death became too much. However, this doesn't explain how he survived without accessing money or leaving any trace. Theory 4. The most disturbing theory suggests someone in that bar knew about an unmonitored exit and used it to abduct Brian. This would explain why cameras never caught him leaving through the main entrance. The disappearance of Brian Shaffer remains one of the most baffling mysteries in modern true crime. How does someone vanish from a building with only one monitored exit? Where are his remains? What happened in those final moments? If you have any information about Brian Shaffer's disappearance, please contact the Columbus Police Department. Sometimes the smallest detail can crack a case wide open. Brian's story reminds us how quickly life can change, and how some mysteries may never be solved. His family still seeks answers, still holds on to hope that one day the truth will emerge. What do you think happened to Brian Shaffer? Share your theories in the comments below. And if you want to see more unsolved mysteries like this, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Next time, we'll explore another case that will keep you up at night. Until then, stay safe and remember, sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction.